I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I want this shit so bad. Like, y'all don't understand. I've been really wanting to be on this shit since I was a little one. Like, I feel like everybody's felt this way though. It's like y'all be watching y'all favorite like streamer, YouTuber, whatever, and y'all probably want to be on like on some shit like that too. But y'all probably procrastinating and doing all this, saying y'all gonna do it later, the next day, and then that day turn into a month, and then that month turn into a year, and it's crazy. Like I'm so sick of that. Like I've been wanting to do this for how long? It's like I might shoot a video here and there, but like I don't have the consistency like all these other people do. And I ask myself, like, how did these dudes get to where they at? And it's like, how long have they really been in the game for? Like, these dudes been in the game for like 6 years, 7 years. Like obviously some people they get lucky. Maybe they not lucky, they just got God on their side. Like maybe they'll pop off in like a year or two. It just really depends on the person and how much exposure you get out at that time. Now, hear me out. If you find something that's unique, that's where you can really pop off. But then there's always gonna be those people who try and stick to the trends. Now, don't get me wrong, the trends ain't bad, but it's like there's always gonna be that person who creates the trend, that trend starter, and that's really what separates you from the rest. If you the one that's just like think about it this way, you either gonna be a leader or a follower. You gonna be the person who creating the trends for other people to follow, or you gonna be that person doing the same shit that that one person started doing. And the crazy thing is, there's so many things you could do. Like people record their everyday life. Like you could be, bro. If you really wanted to, you could record yourself doing the dishes, brushing your teeth. You could go outside, play some basketball. You could really get creative with it. Like, and the thing is, if your personality up there, people will watch you just because of your personality, or because of how you look, or because of similarities. Like, if somebody like people will watch me either because I'm light skinned, or because I play basketball, or because of my music taste. It could really be anything. Now, that's kind of where it gets tricky because there's so many things that you could do. It's like it feels overwhelming. Like you don't know what you want to do, and I feel like the more you kind of just like simple, like you make it simple, and I don't know. I feel like people as a whole they kind of make things more complicated than they gotta be, instead of just slowing it down and kind of realizing it for what it is. It's like just like me recording this video. Like it wasn't really something I planned, but it just came to my mind. I was like, I'm gonna do it, and I feel like I just need to be more consistent, and that's really how I can build up my foundation. Cause if you like, you're not gonna get nowhere by just being stagnant. Like your lawn not gonna turn green if you don't water it. Like, and here's the thing. Sometimes you might, I don't say sometimes, like you might think your life is boring. That's because you live in it every day. You seeing it, so you used to it. But there's gonna be people who not have your life that are either jealous, or there's gonna be people who have the same life who can relate. And when you can relate to somebody else's story, that's what gets people hooked in. That's why people listen to music, because they'll either want to be in that lifestyle, or they're living that lifestyle and they can relate to it. Now let me talk. Hold on. People are not lying when they say sky is the limit. You could literally do anything. Especially when you have people who are on the same time as you. The potential is like it can skyrocket. Like if you look at AMP, FaZe, like all these people, they just be doing stuff for fun, like for themselves, and people tune in to watch it. And it's like, if you know you a fun individual, and you know people like fuck with you, anywhere you go, it's like, if you know people do that IRL, what makes you think they wouldn't do that over a video or a camera? And all you gotta do is really just prop it up and like just do whatever you're doing. And like I said, people just overcomplicate it. It's like, you don't really need a script, you could just talk. Like, you just do whatever. And it's a little bit scary because it's the fear of the unknown. You don't know where you're gonna, maybe you won't know what you're gonna say next, or you think you're gonna start stuttering because you're just gonna be at like a mind block. But it's the same as talking to a bad bitch. Like, you don't know what you're gonna, sometimes you won't know what you're gonna say next. You just gonna have to freestyle it. And I feel that's what makes it fun though, because neither of y'all know what you gonna say next. So it's like, you kind of just freeball on it. And that's what makes them want, like, that's what makes them interested, because it seems genuine. It doesn't seem like something you kind of just came up with, and like they can see your true intentions, like if you just saying whatever. And I feel like that builds kind of trust, and yeah, kind of just trust, and like people can see that what you're doing is real. Like, I'm not, like, if you posing as somebody, like, you're gonna have to be doing the most and going the extra mile to look like something you're really not, and people can see that. But if you're being your real self, it's like people can see that as well, and that's why people will like you. I ain't never heard of anybody saying they like a fake person. All they do is complain about that. So why would you want to build your character around somebody you not really is? Like, I understand you might want to be something that you want to be, like you might pretend until you get to that point, but it's like, is that really what you want to do, and like build your character around something that you know you're not? Like, unless you see yourself as that, then I understand that. But to completely change it, for what? Like, it just don't make sense to me. And I'm not gonna just keep rambling and talking in circles. But like, from here on out, straight consistency, locked in. And it's like, if you're not locking in, you clocking in, for real. Like, all these people streaming, they was probably working 9 to 5s before, but look at them now. Like, they got like millions, and they're out here in huge ass houses with mad cars. I'm trying to be that. That should be me. But what, I wasn't, if I was on this type of timing like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, there's no telling where I could be at right now. And it's like, that's what makes me so sick to like my stomach, because it's like, I know I kept putting it off, and I knew if I was consistent and I stayed on that, I could really be there. But I'm not, and that's why I'm like so mad, because I want it so bad, and I know this is for me. Like, the amount of things I know I'm destined for, but I just haven't gotten there yet. You just gotta be patient. And I feel like if you just rush things, it gonna ruin the fun, and overall you just won't enjoy it. So you kind of just have to enjoy the process as you're going with it, and see it through. So from here on out, we going full blast, all 100%. So this ain't gonna be the last video y'all gonna see from me. I'm gonna keep it short, but if y'all tune in, I'll spit some knowledge. Shit, you might hear a couple of jokes, might see some content on the game, some basketball, some weightlifting, man, whatever. Y'all could name some stuff y'all want to see. I'm really open to like whatever. It's like there might be things that I didn't really think was gonna be fun at first, but I don't know. I might find something new that I like. So if y'all got anything y'all want to see or any ideas or whatever, just drop that down. Shit, I don't even know what I want to call myself on here yet. So it's like I still gotta put in the steps of getting the fundamentals down. I gotta put up the warm-up shots, but it's like if y'all stick through, y'all gonna see this blow up. So whoever's watching this now, y'all the real ones, and shit, it's gonna be a flex that not everybody gonna have, because when I blow up, not everybody gonna be saying like they saw me when I was first like starting, and nobody be popping off when they first start. So I already know like I'm not gonna be popping off immediately. Like I'm already accepting like this shit gonna take time, it gonna take work, and it's gonna take consistency. So remember, consistency is key, and stay locked in, y'all.